Buongiorno, welcome back to the Italian campaign. So, we had a couple of decent battles this month. Let's see, how are the conquest battles going? 35% chance to succeed. That's not great. And this is still at 0 because we've not filled it out yet. But there are some more ships heading in here, so I'm thinking once this is done, whether it fails or succeeds, all of these ships can just go here and help out the invasion of southern France. So that should work, theoretically. Now let's see if we can get any more battles with the US Navy. And the war continues. We got a couple of meetings. So let's see. Admiral is replaced. Here we go, France. Madeleine de Brest class battlecruiser. That's very fast. It does not have a lot of firepower though. It's also very expensive. 2 billion. Although that's compared to most of my ships, it's not that expensive really. Peiho class heavy cruiser. That's the refit. 500 million. And the original 1 billion. Probably diesel engines. And the refit has some other less overpriced engine type. It's got 3 single 10-inch guns. That's not much. That's not a lot of bang for $1 billion. To say the least. Oregon class DD. Single quintuple torpedo launcher. At least it's very reasonably priced. Okay, let's sink some French warships. Okay, that looks kind of funky. Just looking at the silhouette. Let's get the stuff organized. That's a lot of stuff to get organized. I think my DDs are just gonna sit this one out. So I don't really think I need their torpedo volleys for this. It's not really worth risking them. But maybe they can be of some use. This division here is basically in position already. Vendetta, you can just join in with the others, and I hope that this time they do not do any weird stuff with the formation. Mixture of different cruiser classes, that's okay. See how it goes. The enemy has been spotted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this division here actually for something. Try and get some torpedoes out. Okay, I see the problem here. The problem is the Littorio. She has a higher top speed than the rest of the battleship formation. She's the one causing the issues. And I know it's possible to just have them follow each other, and that can solve some issues, but that also makes things sometimes a little bit more difficult to control. They're not yet in torpedo range. Let's see. You set you to 25 knots. Cruisers just to keep the same speed. these guys are just gonna retreat. We are scoring some pretty big hits on things here. Let's see, these must be the oh, it's a light cruiser, I think. It no longer shows me the caliber of the guns when I click a ship under the shoot info. I'm not sure if that's deliberate or if it's a bug. It kind of makes sense that they don't show me that because let's see. You can target the one in the rear, Madonna and Vendetta, the first one. Littorio, you can just keep killing cruisers. I guess most of my cruisers are already in range. Oh, at least ones with 11-inch guns. And my DDs are almost in torpedo range. We sank something already. We're scoring hits on the battlecruisers. Devastating hits too. We now have torpedo range. Let's pick out some targets. I'm gonna try and guess if I target the battleships, that would give me the spread going more or less into the center of the enemy formation. You are behaving well. Thank you. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time. Remove the first one from the division because it's being targeted. Actually, just disband the whole division and have them all retreat individually. Torps are in the water. Not sure if they're gonna do much. At least it looks like my DDs are getting home safe. Will I be able to identify these battlecruisers before they sink? I'm starting to think no. There we go, first torpedo impact. Not a bad aimed volley. These are maybe gonna hit something. That's one of their battlecruisers. That's a funky looking ship. Maybe from this angle so you can see the other cruiser in the background. Yeah. That is one funky looking ship. Let's take a look at the one that has not yet sunk. Well, it's just as engulfed in flames. I'm actually thinking this can be the thumbnail. It's basically sunk already. Just hasn't realized yet. There we go. More torpedo hits, although on the already sinking battlecruiser, so at least they were well aimed. They just arrived a little too late. But that's not the torpedo's fault, that's just credit to the battleships. I'm thinking we're gonna speed up the cruisers. Get them a little bit more involved here. If there's anything left to get involved with. Oh wow, torpedo hit on something way off in the distance. It's a pleasant surprise. Done a little bit of damage now. It's not much, but it's something. They're targeting the Vendetta. Now, enemy battlecruiser has been identified. Madeleine de Brest. Mark IV 13.2 inch guns. Okay. Not a lot of armor. At least it's got something. Generation 1 radar, Crop 5 armor. Yeah. That's not impressive. That's not a lot of ship for 2 billion. That's the one that took a random torpedo, I think. Also, I think this one sunk. There was something here. Sometimes when you sink a ship that's not spotted, the radar ping just never goes away. Cruiser has been identified. That's some decent armor. Gen 1 radar, Mark 5 10-inch gun, but only 3 of them. That's the original Diesel 2, which is why it's kind of overpriced for what it is. Not as much armor, but a more sensible layout, I think. Rare case of the refit actually being slightly better. Mostly because it's just half the price of the original. What kind of engine do you have? Gear turbines too. game is being quite laggy today. Can you guys just finish off that light cruiser? And all my battleships are already targeting this poor heavy cruiser, and there it goes. It's either a light cruiser or a DD. One of the two. Thinking it was a DD. Yeah. Not much of a battle, really. That's 100,000 victory points over the French. We are winning, but we're gonna keep fighting. And here we go, that's the other battle I was looking for. The Regina Isabella sisters are up against 5 battleships, a battlecruiser, and a bunch of other ships. Okay. I'm up for it. Alright, we're already firing. Of course, one DD had to be special and not be in the division with the other ones. Cruising speed is 31 knots. That's impressive. Yeah, gas turbines. That's right. So you can turn your torpedoes off. You can just approach from that angle. And the battlecruisers will just form a line. Or a column, rather. I have my DDs approach from here instead. I think so, because it's the battleships I wanna target, not the DDs. Not that far off torpedo range. It's tempting to launch with the Ippolito Nievo first. But then those torpedoes are gonna get spotted and they're gonna do a lot of maneuvering. And it will be harder for my other DDs to actually score any hits. Let's pick out some targets for the battlecruisers. They don't have to all target the same DD. Or whatever they were firing at. The enemy battleships are pretty much in range now. Let's get some smoke going here. And then torpedo targets. Aggro torpedo, aggro torpedo. You have launched, you have launched, you have launched. Very nice. Yeah, those torpedoes are gonna arrive first. Which I said would be a problem, but I think we just have to live with it. Yeah. So I'm mostly gonna miss. Did score 3 torpedo hits though from Ippolito Nievo. Which is, was she an old Euro class? Yeah, I think she was. Secondaries on the DD. Regina Isabella taking quite a few hits now, so I'm gonna speed up a little bit, get a little bit more range. One battleship down. Sure, the DDs stick around for torpedo round 2. Spokane, what kind of armor do you have? Not that much. More decent, I guess. So we sunk 2 battleships and a battlecruiser thus far. Samoa 14-inch Mark IV. I mean, that's not a bad ship. Where are the rest of their battleships? Well, not super long range torpedoes. Very impressive gunnery from only 4 battlecruisers. Regina Isabella is taking most of the enemy punishment. But it's not super effective. are. No, that's not secondary. She's not in secondary range. North Dakota goes down. Texas is being punished. Texas goes down. And that was all of the battleships. It's just DDs and cruisers left. It's farming time. Spread out the love a little bit. I want to target main guns on the cruisers. And the secondaries can just start whopping that. I was about to say when the DD's in range, but never got that far. What? Jesus. No, I did not want you to move. It's a fire order, not a move order. Fine, I guess we're turning the line then. Are working over the Endicott. Endicott goes down. Albert Grant, next secondary target. Just about to go down. Zimwalt. Churchill. I think Zumwalt is. Yeah, there he goes. Torpedoes were incoming. All these. Maybe these guys can speed up. What the? That torpedo was doing something. Let's see. Detach. Fine, just go that way. See, that's why I did not want you to move closer to the enemy formation. Because those heavy cruisers are carrying so many torpedoes. I avoid that one. Yeah. Okay. Well, they got 4 heavy cruisers left. I got 4 battlecruisers. Makes things easy. Washington, last ship standing. There we go. 2 million damage in total. Lost 1 DD. Regina took some damage. Yeah, but she sure dished it out too. And another clash of fleets. Capri and Padrona fighting 2 heavy and 5 light cruisers. I'm pretty confident the Capri can take on the heavies and the Padrona can take on the lights. So how are we gonna play this? You can slow down to 34 knots, which is what the cruiser can make, and the cruiser can just follow the Capri. Simple as. Are they in range yet? Almost. Let's see. Which are which here? That's a light cruiser. That's a heavy. Is that a different class of heavy cruiser than what we've been seeing? Because I know their other heavies had single guns, like 6-inch guns or something. These seem to be... what are they armed with? 10-inch guns. 34-kilometer range. And their torpedoes only 7.4 kilometers, so fast. .3 kilometers. Okay, so they don't have anything with the super long range oxygen torpedoes this time. Because if you remember that convoy battle from the last episode, the heavy cruisers they had were really huge torpedo boats, basically. But Ron only has a 23-kilometer range with their 9-inch guns. I think I had more range than that, but apparently not. No, 40 caliber. Yeah, I think I shortened them. Patrona, you're on light cruiser killing duty. Load AP. That would be effective. Patrona is already loading AP, and it is very effective versus that light cruiser. The AP on Capri not that effective at killing the heavy cruiser. Would be more effective than that. There we go, main tower out. That's why you're firing HE. Okay, Capri. I think Padrona needs help killing those light cruisers. Let's take a look. What kind of light cruisers are these? No armor, okay. 7-inch guns. Looks decent enough. Well, apart from the no armor thing. And I think HE, considering the no armor thing, 1.1 on the main belt. HE will do fine in this case. Like that. That's Fargo almost dead. Not sure if the 9-inch HE on Padrona will be that effective, so if she wants to fire EP, that might be the best. What did these have? 8 inches. Flash fire on New Haven. And that's New Haven gone. Are you very explosive? 2 powder 1, Patrick acid 3. That's super explosive. Cordite 3, Patrick acid 3. That's kind of explosive. If only I could penetrate you. Those turrets are kind of heavy. They're not bad looking cruisers, really, for AI designs. Let's go with AP on Capri, see if it works now that they are a little bit closer. Although the angle is not great. Yeah, maybe stick with the... Rona, you've had enough. I only have 2 Padrona class cruisers left. I don't want to lose them. They never really lived up to the expectations. There we go. Penetration. Dallas. Torpedo explosion. Or detonation. You can speed up. Become a slightly harder target to hit. And also lead them away from Padrona. We have another light cruiser back here. Duluth is still alive, barely. Padrona can go and deal with those while Capri dances with the heavy cruiser. That is surprisingly tough. You just switched your main gun target like that. It would be nice if my ships would stop doing that. Main tower destroyed on both enemy cruisers. The secondaries on Tucson. Fine, back to auto select ammo. The AP was just not getting it done. Tucson goes down. Or are they firing at the Padrona again? They are. They're just sailing in a circle. Kind of annoying because I'm not getting not getting a good flat angle on them. Fine, Capri will just have to sink that light cruiser herself. I guess. Shouldn't take a lot of hits. Bring her down. There we go, some more flooding. And she is down before she got to launch torpedoes. Yeah, I think the Capri's gonna run out of HE again. Now she's got standard ratio, so it's not like she's just carrying way too many AP shells. What kind of deck armor did he have? I mean, 10 inches, okay. I'm not going through that, not with a 12-inch gun. Not at any range. Let's see, I need to get a little bit closer, I think, for AP to be even remotely effective. 8 inches of armor at 190 quality. What do I have my quality thing set to? Okay, yeah. Let's just set it to 200%. Because if I've got 200 on a lot of my ships, I'm guessing the enemy has too. Yeah, okay, 15,000 meters is when I start to be able to penetrate them with AP. That makes sense. That's why I've not been scoring enough penetrations. My pen was not as good as I hoped it was. What kind of pen are you guys rocking? Yeah, at least you can't really go through my belt either. Okay, we're gonna force AP now before we run out of HE. So the last HE shells can be saved for when we have no other good options. Just not going through. Your torpedo range was 7.4 kilometers. So if I close to like 8, that should be kind of safe. There we go, finally getting some flooding hits on Dallas. I'm flooding through too because they've been going through my fore and aft belts. bouncing. Kind of, Citadel 3. These are some very tough heavy cruisers. 1.7 billion. Almost as much as my battlecruiser. If I had any other battlecruiser class here instead of the Capri, these would probably be dead. Because a 15 or 16-inch gun would not care so much about their 8 inches of armor. But as long as they're just circling and refusing to give me a good flat angle. Okay, you can fire off the last of your HE shells now. See if maybe we can get the Dallas to surrender. It's not that far off. I said you could fire your HE shells now. I'd like to kill at least one of them. At this point, that looks like it should be the Dallas, because she's the closest to going down from either damage or crew loss. No flooding on any of them. Well, a little bit on Dallas, but basically no flooding. More torpedoes destroyed. And you've got one HE shell left. Rudder is out, so straightening out is a little bit hard. Come on now. Fine, we're turning that way then. Finally, a good penetrating hit. Yeah, it's just getting blocked. I think when I have the opportunity, the Capri class will be refit with some bigger guns. because the 12s are just not really doing it. Can you not fire? And maybe some thicker fore and aft belts too. Yeah, because they can go through my fore and aft belts at a longer range than I can go through theirs. There we go. That's a victory though, but it kind of sucks that I didn't get to kill the 2 Washington class heavy cruisers. But those were some pretty decent ships. All right. Yeah, losing some transports. USA losing their allies. So Capri and Padrona basically have to go home now. To some port. Let's just send them to the closest, I guess. Smyrna. Let's just make sure they're actually going into the port, not just hanging outside outside of it. So the French Navy is not here anymore, which means the Gio Scottis can go, I don't know, participate in this. %42%. Constantinople still has some ships. Didn't I send more ships here? I thought I did. Gaeta being repaired. No, I sent the Gio Scottis up here. That's what I did. Oh, did one of you get transported into a port somewhere? Of course you did. Repair priority low. Don't go in for repair unless I say so. So, where is she? Dar es Salaam. 6 months. Why would you go to a port that's not even a tenth of the capacity you need? Great. So you're it wasn't even that badly damaged, come on. So now I only have 3 battlecruisers left to face all of this next month. I wish there was like a toggle that you could turn, like, no, never ever leave your task force to go for a repair unless specifically ordered to. Let's see. No spare tonnage. How much do we need? 200,000. Well, I guess that's got to be these guys then. Go here instead of here, just to keep it going, so it doesn't fail on overtime. Well, let's give the Capri class a refit and make them actually work. It's been 6 years since their last refit, so I guess it's about time. Alright. Let's see here. With the latest latent text being applied, that is a slight increase of penetrating power. Let's see, if I give it gas turbines, that saves a lot of weight. It saves a lot of weight. So we're gonna up the fore and aft belts, because these are still intended to be cruiser killers. So they need to be able to stand up the cruiser fire without taking too much flooding. Can I go really chunky on the belts? I think so. Now, if I start replacing the turrets with 13-inch guns, for example, seeing as I now saved quite a lot of weight. No, that does not ruin the refit time. 48 caliber. Let's make you 50s. That's a decent increase in penetrating. So that is nice. Let's just make sure we put the 13-inch turrets where the 12-inch turrets were, so the refit time won't increase. I can move them a little bit, actually. Refit time 6 months now. Why? Fine. 6 months. And radar 3. If it's gonna be a 6-month refit, might as well get something more out of it. Anti-torp 5 even possible. Thanks to the gas turbine saving a lot of weight. Yeah, that is decent. They need some armor though. Now it's a little bit overweight. Yeah, they were lighter because I hadn't applied armor to them. I get it. So now we can reduce some of this again. We're not that much over, really. There we go. Still a decent increase in fore and aft belt armor though, from 5 to 9. So against actual cruisers, she should hold up quite well. No real increase in cost over what she was at beforehand. But with Modern 2 and Anti-Torp 5, the resistance has been increased, armor has been increased, firepower has been increased, our radar has been improved. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Of course, one of these have to be in repair for quite a while now after that battle. And the other one will be in refit for 6 months now. So hopefully there's gonna be something left for them to fight by the time they are ready again. But it just turns out that no, 12-inch guns for a cruiser killer, not really adequate when the enemy is rocking almost 200% plus armor quality and decent armor thickness. Well, let's just apply that refit to Doria. Now let's see, yeah, plenty of shipbuilding capacity. Might even start building something new. Let's also increase the transport building thing to get it back up to 200%. And that's it for this episode. We're gonna see how this battle goes next time. 3 battleships, 2 battlecruisers versus my 3 battlecruisers, 3 DDs. Because the last battlecruiser decided that no, she absolutely needed repairs, which I don't really agree, but that's what she thought. Goodbye and take care.